Okay. All right. I have to mute this live so I don't hear myself. Okay. All right. So now I'm going to go ahead and screen share.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So yeah. So see on the monthly here, I don't really have no signs of reversal yet.
Yeah.
Now, if this turns into a doji and we lose this 444, that could be signs that we want to reverse going back the other way. So
Right.
we're pretty much just waiting for confirmation to see when this reversal is going to happen, because it could just come all the way here, pull back, and then go forward. So we have to lose this area really and like create some type of doji here or something that's going to indicate there's a reversal going back the other way. So that's what we would wait for the confirmation. Here on the weekly, we still don't really have any confirmation because you see we're still in a breakout right now.
Yep.
So this here, you know, the candles, just imagine it was on the daily. Let's get rid of all this crap. So imagine we're on the daily and you're seeing this candle going up and down, right? You're not you're not seeing that this is a, you know, reversal yet. You see that we're in the middle of the breakout, yep, and the candle is just kind of getting hashed out. So right now, that's the retest, this 442 area right here. Or say for this was like 444 on the daily. Yeah, about right here, 44. We'll say 444 here. So right now we're at like 440. I think we're opening up over here at like 448. So coming, so falling below this level would indicate that, you know, our closing above this level on the weekly. If we close below this level by Friday, this would be one indication. Yeah, but you want to kind of go through all your timelines to make sure that everything is telling you the same thing, because we are overbought too. So doesn't want to just keep hashing out and then take it up, or, you know, are we going to reverse around here? Because we did hit a high, I think, of like 351 or 50, 452, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
So if you look at it here on the monthly, it's still.
Morning,
huh?
Londell. I said morning.
Oh, good morning, Londell. And you can see here, we're still close to this area here. We hit this around this area too. But, you know, you just want to wait for your confirmation. And falling below this area could be a confirmation, but if this monthly can, if this, because we still got about 2 weeks left, if we can create a doji here and then open up in July, August below this level, oh yeah, that's confirmation for me. I'm getting in. So you just kind of got to wait. Yeah, you got to wait for confirmation. But right now, I do see kind of like a pullback happening. And this is the retest. This is the level to retest, 443 here. So right now I think we're around, let me see where we're at currently. We're right here, 448. And you look, it's right here at the 200 MA on the 1 hour. So we're pulling back.
Yeah. Did
you guys sell your puts already?
No.
Nope.
Nice. All right. So we got here. Okay. So I think it was like 446. So here we're opening up. It appears we're opening up below this level, but we are coming down. I could see we're coming down right now. So our next level of support, if we open up below here, is around the 447 area. That level, because yeah, 446 here. Okay, that's good. See how that touches there, touch there. Try to get it as accurate as I can. Touch here, touch here, touch here. Okay. And then we kind of tipped here, closed here, closed here. We tipped here a little bit. All right, so we'll keep these levels like this. And let's bring this resistance down a little bit to this tip. There you go. All right, so we'll use these 3 levels here. So the next level is 446.8. And if we open up below this 448.7, more than likely we're going to take it down here. So that's kind of how we go here. This is the retest area here on the daily. This is where we broke out of that. Oh, it was a 443 level. Remember, it was that 443 level that we broke out of. Right, where we were consolidating, and it was resistance for a couple weeks. It was like 4 weeks, 4 or 5 weeks of resistance. Let's count. Let's see for sure. It was 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 weeks of resistance, and then we broke out. Okay. And that was the 443 area. That's this here, right here. So coming back down to retest this area is, I could see that possibly happen. Now, if we close out this week below this area here, then that's signs that, yeah, we're heading down. But we can maintain this 443 and hold this level as new support, then that's signs that we want to keep running. So you kind of got to look at the signs. Now, if we do close below this level, you'll see it on the weekly. You'll see the big red candle on the weekly. You'll see sellers coming in, and also monthly, it'll create like a doji on the monthly around this area at resistance. See here? So once this is 443 here. So if we close below this level or right at this level, it'll create a doji. And then after, in the month of August, you'll see if it opens up below the 443 or if it opens up above. So you see how we're looking for the signs? Are we getting a reverse monthly for a doji? If we're getting a doji and we close up below, we know that we're reversing because dojis indicate reversal. Okay. So we kind of got to let this one play out. And then you'll also see it here, because if we're opening up over here, and if we see a big ass candle and we close below here, the big candles can represent sellers coming in. Right? Represent sellers coming in. So you'll be able to see, okay, are the sellers coming in? And if we're not holding this 443, which is what we just broke out of, then that's an indication that, yeah, sellers are coming in. So we just kind of got to wait. But if we hold this 443, you could see here that this 443 is what we broke out of, so it's becoming support. So as long as it holds it as support, then that's an indication that it's a floor. So you don't want to get puts in at the floor, right? You get calls in at the floor. So you just gotta be waiting. You just gotta wait and be patient, because it's coming sooner or later. It's coming.
It's when.
It's just exactly. It's just a matter of when. So that's kind of where we're at this morning. This morning, I do see some bearish movement though. I see some bearish movement this morning. Like this 1 hour time frame, this is trash right here. And I'm always looking for patterns. There is no pattern. We're below 50. We're coming down. We don't have any money flow. So price, like this wouldn't be my main thing to see, but just price, just looking at price here and seeing up below this level here is showing me that we're weak. So this 200 MA is what we'll be looking at as like the next support. Okay. So this is our next support here. Same thing, that was a 30-minute, sorry, not the hourly, but you can even see on the hourly, we're pointing down too. Very bearish, very bearish. As of right now, from what I can see, especially if we open up below this 448. That's what you really want to pay attention to. But to be honest, like I don't really see any bullish patterns. And generally when we are weak like this, it's typically meaning that we're gonna pull back. Okay. All right, so we got that, and then let's get the 15-minute. Yeah, all bearish, man. Look at this, all bearish. It's so easy. You can just see the shit so clearly. And right here, we're below the 200 MA on the 15-minute too. So remember, opening up below this level will put us at this below this 200 MA, which again, signs of more bearish momentum. So bearish momentum on the 15-minute, bearish momentum on the hourly, bearish momentum on the 30. And kind of pointing down here, yeah, you can see the bearish momentum. Now, the daily, of course, we still got bullish momentum here. So this could just be a pullback. It could be, we could just pull back all the way to 446, which is our last support, or we could take it down to 443, which is a retest from the breakout. So if we take it back to 443, it holds as a new floor, then that's actually a good sign to create a pattern to keep going up, because you can see if we take it to 443 and we start going up, we'll consolidate, up, down, consolidate, up, down, consolidate, and then break out again. Okay. So we just got to make sure that this floor holds right here. Okay. And we'll see the signs. Like if it doesn't hold, you're going to see that doji created on a monthly. You're going to see that big candle on the daily and the weekly. Like you'll see a bunch of selling candle here on the daily. You'll see the big one on the weekly. You'll see sellers. You'll see sellers coming in. Trust me. All right. So now let's look at SQQQ and see what they got going on. They're trying to look, that could be a doji. We're at support right now. See this level here, these levels that I created. So you got resistance, you got the first support, you got the second support. And what do you see here? This is a doji where at support. A doji can represent reversal or a continuation of trend. If it's a continuation of trend, generally it'll open up below. If it's a reversal, it typically opens up above the close of previous day. So I know we're higher just because SPY is lower. So I don't see, this was the close. Well, where was the close? See, I'm going to show y'all something too. The close was 1703. We're at 17.6. Okay. So you can see here, you can see the W, right? You can see us above the 50 right now. And you can see us coming up. These are bullish patterns right here. And because I study this RSI, I can tell, I know bullish patterns when I see it, because I don't use any other indicator. So I've been able to like really like dissect this shit. You know what I mean? Like little points going further down, little points going up. So I know that this is a bullish pattern just because I study this RSI here. The same thing. I mean, this is the hourly. I mean, we're still pointing up here. It's not a really like pattern that stands out, but it's still pointing up and trying to hit above. And once it gets here, this is the first resistance here, right here. This is the first resistance. This is the second. This is the 440. Like if it gets here, this is where the SPY is, the 446, because we created 3 zones on SPY too, or 3 levels there. The 4 hour, we're just oversold here. We're just very oversold. And remember, guys, you know, we mentioned this, like it can only go down but so far before it starts coming back up. But again, overall, the trend is weak. So how far is it going to get before it starts heading down even more? That's why I said we got to wait for confirmation in order for SPY to like really let we know that SPY is turning. We don't know that SPY is turning yet. It could just be a short pullback to the floor that they just broke out of, and then they can keep going again. But we know it's a real reversal if we get that doji on the monthly. And then the daily comes in and closes below that initial breakout level, because if it closes below 443, that's just showing it can't hold the floor, right? So if it can't hold the floor, then that's indications that it's going to keep going down and that sellers are here. So we just, again, that's just, you just got to wait for that confirmation. So this is the first level of resistance here at 17.7, and then this next one is 18.03. Yeah, 30-minute, this is a bullish pattern too. See how it's coming up like this and it's pointing? It came all the way down. Now it's above the 50. It held the 50 here and now it's pointing up. So that's also another bullish pattern there. Let's look at Apple. Now Apple's got some bullish momentum here on a 30-minute, but let's look at the hour, the daily. Okay, so 190.8. This was the one we were looking at to see if we can hold the 190.8. Remember, we were looking on the weekly and I said, guys, if we close below that 190, it could be signs that, you know, we're not going to be able to hold, but it closed like right at it. And now we're at 191.4. So Apple appears to have some strength this morning though. 130, look, this is bullish momentum. They're opening up above.
Yep. I saw that this morning.
Yep, the 4 hour is even pointing up too. So I actually, it's crazy because I see bullish momentum with Apple. I don't really see that much bullish momentum with SPY, but I do see it with Apple. And remember, Apple kind of.
You know what's crazy? So I'm looking at it and I'm saying to myself, at what point does, because SPY does look bearish, right? But then it can change to bullish so easy. And both Apple and Tesla are bullish this morning. If you look at Tesla, Tesla's also bullish.
And you know, they drive the market too. A lot, Apple and Tesla are really like heavy drivers of the market. Yeah, they done passed our zones here. Oh, Tesla's. Oh, okay. So this is a very tough resistance area on the daily. Oh man, Tesla's about to go. Let me see where they're at. They're two. Oh, this is a breakout, guys. This is a breakout with Tesla right now. Okay, 279 is the resistance level. You could, oh, my little things now are appearing. Okay, so 279 is the breakout level, right? When you break out above, you shoot high, right? And you can see Tesla going. It broke out of this level here, 279. And this is the resistance on the daily. Look here. That was Friday. And it kind of opened up above. The last time it tried to open up above this 279, it like rejected it and came down. But now it closed again above it. And you can see they're literally on top of the ceiling here. They're literally on top of it. And then now they're at 282. They're around like over here somewhere.
So Ruth, I'm really going to play it safe. I'm going to play it safe with SPY. If I see a pullback with SPY, I'm getting out of my twist.
Oh, me too. Definitely, Milton. Today is the day.
Yeah, right. Because I'm not going to hold it for another day. My plan is two days, 3 max, right?
Yeah, that was me.
Because
But with SPY, you can't tell, because when I looked this morning, I saw Apple was looking bullish, and I'm like, SPY could easily reverse. I don't.
Yeah, because we don't really have full confirmation that we're doing a strong pullback in SPY, because yeah, right now, like, yeah, I do see bearish momentum in SPY right now. But like you guys said, we could turn here at this 446. Because this is the next level of support here. So if SPY is really strong, this could be your level here. The only way that I really see real bearish momentum with SPY is if we lose this area. If we lose this area, yeah, it's confirmation. But until then, we're still above this floor here that we just broke out of, and we're pulling back right now. So yeah, so I would be cautious. That's good. That's why we look at other stocks too, because these stocks are driving the market. So you need to see where, your level of caution. So yeah, if you guys are still inputs here, I wouldn't, like you said, hold on to it too much, too long, because we don't have full confirmation that it's a full-on pullback. It could be just a temporary pullback, and then we can start driving again, because we have to create patterns on these lower time frames in order to keep going, because you can see this 1 hour was completely exhausted. It was completely exhausted. And what goes up has to come down. It has to come down and create, patterns in order to keep driving. And that's that's the analogy that we use all the time. We got to create patterns so that we can keep going. So this would be just another pattern being created down here, so we can bring it back down, and then we can drive. Because the last time it was here, we were overbought. See, the last time we were right in this area right here at 447, we were overbought. We're coming back down on 447, this 447-ish area now, and guess what we're going to be? Oversold. Which means that we'll have enough drive to take it even further, which would break into new highs past 451. Okay, but that's possible. Okay, it could go either way. You just gotta pay attention to what the market is telling you, right? And that's where the patience come in. Just paying attention to what the market is telling you, instead of guessing and hoping. We just watch and we follow the signs. But yeah, you're right though. Tesla, let me go back to Tesla, because I see a breakout with Tesla on the daily. See what that looks like on the monthly. Damn, this is it here, guys. Oh, I don't know how further it's going to get above this level though. This is crazy because you can see here, let's see, this is the next resistance, 290. Because this is where it was holding as support for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. It closed 3 months at this level, and then it held it for 3 months prior, and the month before that it was a breakout candle. So you see how it was rejecting this level here. Then we came down and we came back up and broke out. Once we broke above this level, you could see this big ass breakout candle. That's why I said breakouts above a level could just go crazy. And then we held it, came back down to test. We held it for a few months. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 months before we fell below. Fell below, tried to break above, rejected, came back all the way down here. Now we're coming back on this level again. So this is a pretty tough resistance. So we do got to be careful here at this level here though. It's 288, 289-ish. Which is right here. And you could see prior, it was support, came down, then we broke back above it, stayed above this level until we fell through again. So these levels that were coming up on the monthly charts, it's very like tough levels. So we just got to be careful around this area too. But this appears like breaking above this level, like on the daily, we could have a good day before we come back down, or a good couple days with Tesla, because technically this is a breakout above. But on the higher time frames, it's showing a very significant resistance area. So yeah, just be careful up here. New high 287. So your resistance is 289. The only thing you guys can do is calculate it. If you're going to trade Tesla, Tesla is a very volatile stock. I don't know if you're still trading it. Yeah. 282, 289. So that's about $7. So then you would go $7 up if it breaks above this 287.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like with Apple and Tesla driving, let's look at some other stuff. Because I want to look at some other stuff that's confirming SPY. What else moves heavy with SPY?
Does Google and Microsoft, do they move with SPY?
Microsoft, yeah. All right, so let's erase all of this. Okay, we're at a high with Microsoft.
Yeah. But it looks like,
yeah, it kind of looks like SPY a little bit too.
Yeah.
Close.
Microsoft did that fake out on me on Friday.
Really?
Were you in calls? Did you take them?
No, I was waiting on a put. Well, I was waiting. Actually, I was waiting on a call. Yeah. I was waiting for it to hit to like run past the 152. Was it 152 or one? Yeah, I was waiting on a call, and I was showing, because it was showing all the bullish signals that it was about to, kind of break out, and that's when Daz was like, "No, wait for confirmation."
Yeah, because the thing is, you get those, and this is what I was telling you right here. See, when you sent me that, we were up here, but remember I told you we need to close above 351 or 350. Yeah. I don't even remember
351. You said 351, I think.
So we need to close above 351, and you could see how it hit it. And even though it was up here, we didn't close. We closed below 350. And I said, if we don't close above 351, it's more than likely going to reject. And the shit did, because confirmation. It's always waiting for that confirmation, because you're faked out. So. But yeah, it's good that you waited though. You seen the rejection after that candle closed, huh?
Mm-hmm.
It did, yeah, but it also got me there were like 3 different signals. There was the RSI, there was the money flow, and there was the bullish flag and everything. And it's still rejected. I'm like, geez, it got me like, yeah, if you didn't say that, Dad, I would have taken it, you know.
You would have get the calls, yeah, because it looks like it was trying to break out past that level, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. But for me, I know that, you know, if it can, because there was 2 things for me. One, we were at resistance. I'm like, oh shit, you got to be careful, because the goal is you don't take calls at resistance. And I know you were looking for a breakout, but at the same time, we got to get confirmation for that breakout, because a lot of times it'll appear that we want to break out, and that's when we touch the highs, right? But then all of a sudden, it comes back down. So that's why the open and closing is very important. And when you're day trading, that instead of looking at the daily for the open and close, you go down to the hourly. So yeah, you got to wait an hour and you got to be patient or whatever, but it kind of gives you that same confirmation when you're day trading. And you could see here how it touched here, rejected, touch here, rejected, and then this was your fake out here. This was when it was like, oh shit, I see, you know what I mean? I see that we're trying to break out of this level, but your confirmation of rejection was when it closed below this 350 or 351 area. So, but yeah. So, and if you see Microsoft, they're kind of going with SPY, because I do see bearish movement and they do run with SPY. It looks like they may want to fill this gap down. See this 345 to 342, and you can see it pointing down here. Yep, you could see it pointing down here. They're creating higher lows, high, and then this is a lower high, and then now we're below this level here. Let's look at the 15-minute. Yeah, we're coming down on this 200 MA. So let's take off this one here. Let's go back to the hourly. Yeah, the next level down is here. I mean, unless it reverses and opens up above. So we want to pay attention. Is it going to open up above 346 or below? But shit, down, you got this damn gap.
Yeah, I think if it closes.
If it can't hold, it might.
Yeah, if it fills that gap, I think I may take a put.
Let's do the next resistance here. I mean, yeah, the next support there, because there was some movement right around this area. See, right here, right here, right here. So falling below this area will definitely take it down to the next level. Now you're coming down around this area. So yeah, and it's looking pretty bearish. It's looking pretty bearish. And again, it's just following SPY. Like, look here, look here. So this area, you want to make sure it holds. So this is your support area, which is 343, 343-ish area here. And remember, if we hold, it's the floor, because you could see it was the floor here, and it kind of held after the gap came up. It's been holding this area. And as long as it holds, it's in the bullish flag. If we lose that area, we're falling below this flag here. So this is the area we're coming down on, 344.15. So just be careful with Microsoft, and just make sure you're viewing your daily to see where we're at. Oh, that's the 4-hour, but that's what it looks like on the daily too. See? Oh yeah, because this was the area that we broke out of. See, above this level, it looks better on the 4-hour. You can see a little more clear, a little bit more white noise. Sometimes you need the white noise to see more. So you got the flag here. So you're coming back down on here right now. Let's see, we're at 345. We closed 345.24 on Friday. And we're at 345.3. So we appear to be opening up lower, but remember, this is the area that you want to pay attention to before you get puts, because we could hold this right here, and you could see we held it here. The last time we came and pulled back, we came here and we held it. So make sure first that we don't fall below this area here. We may take it from here to here though, which is not that much. It's like $1. But if we fall below this area here, this could be your indication that where sellers are here too. Okay. So yeah, Microsoft does look like SPY, a little bit bearish, but you can see we've been consolidating in this zone. So just pay attention to these floors here, guys, because we're coming up on the floors. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much, you know, what I got for you all this morning. I'm not going to hold you too long this morning, but you can see here that there is kind of a mix. And remember, Tesla doesn't really move with SPY a little bit. They kind of move off a catalyst, right? And Apple is generally a little bit ahead of SPY. So we know that those two stocks, they drive the market, but sometimes they're not in alignment with SPY. And SPY is generally in alignment with the rest of the market. I know Microsoft and SPY move together. As QQQ moves in opposition of SPY. Let's look at QQQ, because as QQQ is showing like a small reversal on the daily, but again, they're overall weak. Oh shit, QQQ looks a little. Let me go back into the higher time frames though. Okay, let's clear this out. Okay, so this was a high with them. They closed. Let me see where their retest. This was the. Okay, I'd say this was the breakout area here, 370. They closed at 379.07. 379.15. Yeah, it's a mix this morning, because I don't know if you guys see it, but with the patterns with QQQ, they're at a floor right now. You see this floor with them? They're kind of looking a little bullish here. But they're overbought too.
Exactly.
That's a lot on the 4 hour. That's very overbought. I don't know how they could turn.
Could easily come down too.
$374. That's about $4. Yeah, but you could see here that this is the area that they hit this high, and they kind of been holding this. If we fall below this level and we can't hold this 378, then 374 would be your next area. I don't know how strong it is, because the daily, like this does look like sellers is trying to come in, but it looks like buyers is trying to hold it. Buyers is trying to hold it, but you know, we're so overbought right now. And if SPY pulls back, then most likely QQQ is going to run with them. I wonder what's holding them. I'm just looking at Netflix. Oh, that was a big selling candle on Netflix. And remember, Netflix is under QQQ. So if Netflix is falling, it could definitely push QQQ down. That's a big ass selling candle in Netflix. That was 441. 439, they hit a low of, but they're at the 200 MA. That's a lot of selling candles, though. If they that was a big one on Friday for them. If they can't hold this level, yeah, they're coming down too. If Netflix falls, it's probably going to take QQQ with them, because they're a heavy driver with QQQ. And when I used to trade Netflix, I used to watch QQQ, because they're under stock is in their ETF. So yeah, we just got to pay. This is a lot of selling though. So we got to, even though we get a little bit of bullish momentum here, this is pretty heavy selling. So we want to hold this area here. If we don't hold this area, yeah, I could see us coming back down to the next levels, because this one on that's a pretty big selling candle. When I see candles like that, I see sellers coming in, and you can see it here, this big candle. And even though it has little bit of bullish momentum. The next day, sellers were still driving it. So that's kind of like similar I see here. And you can even see when big candles come in, they come, right?
Yeah.
So yeah. So again, with QQQ having a little bit of bullish momentum with Netflix, with this selling pressure here with Netflix, they need to hold this area. If not, they're probably going to fall below. If they do, it could push QQQ down.
Mm-hmm.
And you got this wick here, which can indicate sellers are here. They're trying to hold this 378 level. But if they lose that 378 level, if they lose this level here, we're definitely coming back down to the next levels. And then of course we got to see if we can hold here, we can hold here. And with SPY showing some bearish momentum, it's kind of a mix right now, because Apple, we do see some bullish momentum, and with, I would say Tesla, but Tesla's like its own freaking country. But with Apple, we are showing some bullish momentum here. Yeah, Apple, it's showing. I don't see bearish with Apple. Like, I really don't. Opening up above this is showing bullish momentum, like on the daily. The only thing is that Apple's at this high here. They touch this resistance area. That's the only thing that I could see where Apple can't hold. Where this 194, they're at resistance on this higher time frame. But the weekly, they're opening up above this 190, which appears, and holding it. Daily, holding it right here above. 4 hour, they're above this level right now, and they're showing bullish momentum. 1 hour, same thing. So yeah, Apple, I'm showing bullish momentum. QQQ, a little bit mixed. Well, I'm showing bullish momentum with Netflix having all that selling pressure. I could see that QQQ could turn at any time. And with SPY, I'm showing bearish momentum. So at this point, guys, we just got to be careful. We got to be careful in the markets. You just got to kind of follow your zones. That's all I can tell you. If we hold.
Is one more that's really intriguing, and that's Rivian. I don't know if are you in Rivian, Ruth?
No, I've been watching it, but I'm scared because Rivian can be so volatile sometimes.
Let me see.
Rivian, it looks like it's pulling back, but it's pulling back to support.
And Londell, the fact that it went down so low. Remember when Rivian came out?
Did you get in? Did you get in on your puts at this high here?
Yeah, I did get a put, but I came out. I came out, and now it's like touching support, right?
Yeah, it looks like it's not going to hold it. It's going to fall.
It looks like it's going to break through support.
Yeah, Londell, shouldn't have.
And if it breaks through support, that's a nice rundown.
Yeah. Let me look at it as you see.
You see all those gaps? Look at those gap ups, right?
And it's overbought too. Yeah.
And way overbought. Yeah.
The next level here coming down is 23.8. And we have this as the support. You can see we're in a flag right now. So remember, guys, in the flag, we go from support to resistance, resistance to support, support to resistance, resistance back to support. That's what I can see with them right now. And that's what we're trying to, that's the position, that's the goal for the higher time frames, right? Get into these consolidation periods. So yeah, I can see Rivian taking it back down, and they're very bearish right now. I can just look at them to see it. Y'all seen it too. I don't have to really go through it. You see the bearish momentum.
Right.
So not holding this 24, not being able to hold this 24/7, we can see it coming back down to 23.95.
Right.
23.95. But it's it's already at 23.92.
Oh shit, this is 23.95.
Yeah, it's at 23.92 now.
Let's look at this again. Hold on. Let's look at this again. This is insane here.
Yeah.
Okay. We're about to lose this area.
Exactly. If we lose that area, man.
So what's that area? What's that number, Des?
23.
Okay.
Hold on, let me see. 23.9 to 23.9. Oh shit.
No, but they have 23.94.
No, we're here. We're at
so
23.
They're here. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And if they reverse, that'll be a triple bottom.
Yeah, this is interesting.
Yeah, it is.
Huh. If
Thank
they
you.
don't, yeah, if they don't hold, they're taking it to the 200 MA, baby. That's 21.9. If they
Mm.
cannot hold this area, I think they're going to take it here to the 200 MA because that's really your next level that's strong. And you could see the gap between here and here.
Mhm.
Ooh, yeah.
That's exciting, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a little interesting. Ooh, and the four, oh wow, yeah, this is very bearish. That's a big ass bearish candle here.
Yeah. I don't know if I would not even be looking at calls. I'd be looking for the puts.
Yeah. I don't know if I would, because there's no remember with calls you need a confirmation, which is
Mhm.
reversal as support. That's a big ass bearish candle. That's not confirmation. This is confirmation that the bears want to take control, because if you see a big ass candle like this is something that will tell you, okay, I don't see a reversal happening. It looks like that the bears want to like take control over this stock right now and fall below. And we fall below patterns all the time. We don't always hold this shit. So you know what I mean? And yeah. That 22 point.
Definitely.
And that's so overbought.
Mhm.
Yeah, but remember, guys, even if you take in position, you want to wait till it gets back to the next, closer to the next resistance up before you take position down, if you're going to take it.
But if it goes through,
But sometimes bears just fucking fall through. Yeah, that's the thing about trading the bears.
Through there, what is the next? You see, it has to go way down. What is the next level? What is it falling down to?
I see it coming back down closer to this 200 MA, like 22.3. That's what we were saying. It's a pretty big gap down because their ATR, they don't have a really high ATR. So from here to here, that's a pretty big gap.
Exactly.
But look at this one. The last time it had that big ass candle, it held it with this one.
Yeah, and it went back up. Because they're pretty strong like that. They used to be.
Let me see what they're.
That was a lot of consolidating they did before they gapped up.
This is see this too. That's a doji. That's a doji at resistance. This is 24.7. This is the weekly. So opening up below this is signs for rejection. Yeah, that's an interesting one to pay attention to, guys. So this here is a doji at resistance. So if resistance, it was support here. We came up to this wall. We're back at resistance now. If we open up below this could be signs of rejection, man. Like, see what the next support is down here. It's about right there. 16.46.
Oh.
And London, I like that little chart that you have going.
Yeah, which is down here. This would be your first point, but this is stronger on the weekly. But this is the 4 hours, so we get more white noise. 21.8. Yeah. And these are the big gaps here. I mean, of course, if you go to your 1 hour, you're going to see more white noise, but you can see it here. When
and the run-up was because of they did well on earnings, right? And so they did well on earnings a few days ago, and their forecast was amazing, and so that's why it ran up so fast.
Oh, okay. Normally when that happens, it comes back down.
Yeah, this here, just pay attention to this level. If it doesn't hold this level, these are your next areas here. Okay. And of course, you'll have your run-ups and downs, but you're creating high. But the goal is, are you creating higher lows, right? But these are the ones that I got on the higher time frames. This is the retest area. So right now it's creating a doji. So it's creating a doji. It's opening up lower. It could be signs of rejection on the higher time frames here with this doji. Okay, this doji being created right here is a sign that it could be reversing down. Okay, so we just got to be paying attention. Yeah, ribbon is. Yeah. That's if you're a puts player. If you're
I
a puts
like it.
player, baby.
Yeah, I'm a puts player too. Shoot, I love puts, but
I like this one.
Yeah.
man, I'm mad. I have to go on the road. How to say, Londell, keep us updated in the chat.
I will. I gotta run to myself.
He's gonna be like, that's right. It looks like it's swallowed.
Yeah, exactly. So I could pull over and say, you know what?
It's too funny. But they don't follow SPY, do they? Do you know?
You know what? It's funny that I used to think at one point they were following Tesla more.
I thought they were following the EVs, the Tesla.
Yeah, Tesla. Yeah, that because at one point, remember Rivian was so high. I remember I had bought it. It was so high. That had gone up real high. Wasn't it 100 and something? At one point, when it first came, it was skyrocketing.
Yeah, this is very iffy, guys. We're literally on, you know how we create our support and resistance, and we want to know like if it opens up above or if it opens up below to kind of help us determine direction. We're literally sitting on top of it. We're sitting on top of it. We're overbought right now. We still have room to go down. As long as we hold 443, that breakout, we're good. So that's why I'm not surprised if we take it back down to the next level of support. But you're right, guys. You guys don't want to hold your positions for puts too long. Not in equities right now, because we're still above significant levels that we just broke out of. And remember, those levels are the floor. So it's possible that, you know, it could just be a short run down before we start heading back up. So you just got to pay attention, because overall there's a lot of strength in equity still. I don't really see any signs of like rejection. So remember I told you guys with SPY, we need to wait for confirmation if this turns into a doji and then we open up below, it could be confirmation for going down. That's what's happening with Ribbon right now. We just created a doji last week. Okay, and now we're opening up lower. So this is what I mean about your confirmation of possibly going down, because it's rejecting resistance. So that's what we were waiting for on SPY. SPY just has bigger moves and they move heavier. Rivet is just, you know, they kind of reminds me of what I'm looking for in SPY.
Rivian just went low. I mean, it just dropped again.
Yeah, because it's rejecting. Look, this is a doji at resistance on the weekly. It's rejecting.
Put it on, go on to like 15-minute.
Yeah, see, this is I will. This is a resistance level. See here how it was holding us support here. It's resistance right now. So even if it comes back down, this is the level 17.7 that we're saying that this was the support level before it broke out. I'm not surprised that they just fell through. I'm not surprised at all. But we just got to make sure that and remember, when we start creating new lows, that's signs that we want to create more lows. They're below the 200 MA right now. Yeah, they created a low. See this low wick right here? This is the lowest wick they created. Even though they had this big ass selling candle, you see how this wick is lower than this, and it's also lower than this one. So yeah, this is signs. But on the weekly, we're at resistance. We created a doji last week, so it would make sense if it falls, because it's the same principle that we use on the daily, right? If we have a doji at resistance and we open up below, then it's signs of a reversal, meaning that they're reversing trends. If it opened up higher, it's signs that it's a continuation. So that's why reversal candlesticks are very important, but it's only important when it's at resistance or support. Okay, so I'm not surprised that it's falling. I'm really not. And this is what we're looking for in SPY. We're waiting for that reversal candlestick at resistance in order to take a position for puts. So here it might be ready. Okay. Yeah. If we lose this area here, this is confirmation that at least we want to take it back to the next level. Okay?
Make that money, Londell.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Nice. All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna head out this morning now. Yeah. Text in the group chat if you guys need any advice. I know sometimes Londell, you be impulsive, so if you want to text me first.
that's a good way of putting it.
Trust me, guys, I know it can be very impulsive when you're day trading. I know. Yeah. I was a heavy day trader, so that's why I'm able to kind of see clues, you know what I mean? I can give you guys advice too. Because the opening and closing of, you know, certain time frames, tells a lot, you know, so that you don't get caught up in the volatility. All right. But I can tell you with this one, if we don't hold this area, it's all signs of rejection. Yeah, I'm getting signs of rejection on even the higher time frame. So just tread carefully.
Music to Londell's ears.
Take care, everyone.
All right. You have a good morning.
Have a good day.
Thanks.
All right, bye.
Bye.